Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Debbie. This is my Crafty Den, and I kind of have a haul, but it's not a big haul. I'm just at my craft desk. I'm just pushing stuff out of the way here, and I want to show you what I got from Amazon this week, and I am so excited. And I'm going to show you a few things. I'm going to do a flip through, and I am going to do a test review. So the first thing I got from Amazon, I'm just going to toss the box. I bought some of this Rose Art brand called Charming Chalk all-in-one furniture and decor paint in the cottage white. This is ultra matte, and this is actually like a furniture chalk paint. I had no white chalk paint left. I had used that all up, and I was looking for some. I have to have white chalk paint. I have a creamy off-white, I think called Lambskin in the Folk Art brand, a black, and I need white. And I need these to do any of the little pieces of wood that I can get my hands on. I love to turn them into little signs using stencils and things like that. So that's what I got this for. And it's just a chalk paint, so it'll be really easy to use. This can be watered down if it gets too thick, if you've got it too long. It's just a really easy paint with great coverage that you can use for those types of projects. So this one, I'll put the price right up here. I actually have to go back and look it up. But yeah, Charming Chalk by Rose Art. So I got that, and I got two other things as well from Amazon. And this one, look what I found. So this was 12% off the regular price when I grabbed it. These are Inktense pencils. So if you were here the other day and you saw me doing my project where I forget what I was doing, but it was a little collage project, and I just wanted to put some shadowing on it. And I had got this. This is the Derwent Inktense Ink Black pencil. These are made in England. The pigment on this, you put a little tiny bit of water on your brush and just touch this. The pigment is so crazy. Like, I mean, you can see where it's even bled up through the wood in the actual pencil. This was so amazing. But I paid $5 for this, plus another $4.99 for shipping, which means I paid $10 for a pencil. But I didn't want to buy a set because I didn't know how it was going to work. I mean, I'm over the moon happy with how this works, but I just didn't know. Yeah. Anyway, I went on to Amazon as soon as I did that and found this. This took a month to come, just ordering one pencil. Then I found this the same day that came, and it is a set of 6 Inktense pencils. There's a yellow, a red, a blue, a green, and that same black. So now I have 2 black ones. I'll use the black a lot, I think, anyway. I mean, hopefully this will last me a long time. I can't imagine going through these very fast. But this was $28 or $29. Again, I'll put the price right here for 6 pencils. And they came with my Prime shipping, so I didn't have to pay anything for the shipping on this. These are made in England, so I've never tried them here because they were just something different, something that's not that popular around here that I'd never seen anyone here use. And I started watching Maremi Small Art and never paid much attention to the products she used because she's in Europe, and I think she's in Ireland now. But she uses a lot of European product, so I didn't pay a lot of attention. So I'm going to try these. I'm just going to use a little bit of water and swatch these colors onto a piece of paper for you and just show you how amazing they are. But the other thing that I got was from Maremi Small Art. My flowers volume came. Oh my gosh, yes. So I'll link all these things in the description. This is my third book. I decided I'm getting one a month from her, and I'm going to be away in June, so I ordered this early. So I got one in April, I got one in May, and I ordered this one early because I'm going to be away in June. And I just wanted it. So I don't want to miss a month. I want, by the end of a year, I want 12 of these books. So I'm not going to do a full intense book review on this. I'm just going to do a quick flip through. Oh, look at the colors. Look, this is so pretty. A little different coloring than her last book. So a note from Marta. This is nice. This is quotes. So if you're doing a nice big page and want to put a really big quote on here, here are some really cool quotes, like full quotes. Oh, wow. Art is the best possible introduction to the culture of the world. I love it for the buried hopes, the garnered memories, the tender feelings it can summon at a touch. It washes away from the soul of the dust of everyday life. Pablo Picasso. Wow. And is this whole book like this? I'm just going to check first. Just a quick flip through. This is white backgrounds. So these are going to be images that you fussy cut more so than tear out. I love the books that have the backgrounds in them too that aren't clear white. But for those people that are sticklers, that their images are on a white background so they can do a little bit of a border when they fussy cut, this is probably the book for you. So yeah, I'm just going to sit down now and I'm going to make sure I'm right in the center of my screen, keep my book here, and I'm going to flip. Absolutely gorgeous flowers. Oh. Wow. Oh, look at this iris. It is so pretty. So even there's a little bit of a floral coming up in the leaves. And then there's little tiny wee blooms inside of each of the petals on the iris. That's really pretty. Oh, I like the wheat. Just that soft. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. I just wanted a flowers book. The flowers in her other collage books are so striking that I knew and I'm a flowers girl. I just love the flowers. You can't get enough florals, in my opinion. Look at the poppies. Pink poppies. And the seed heads as well. I think it's really cool that she included things like this. Wow. Oh my gosh. So these red poppies and these seed heads, I think are going to be, I have wanted to do a Remembrance Day canvas for a very, very long time. And I think I just want something that I can put out and display in November. And these images are beautiful. They would go on a mixed media canvas just perfect. I love these blue colors. Wow. I like the tulips. I don't know what this flower is. Is it an anemone? I think that's, I'm not even sure. I think I've heard that name with flowers like this, but I'm not sure. It's not something that I've ever had in my garden, so. Oh, wow. It's just one sprig, but this is from, oh, I'm trying to think. I'm just having a lapse in my memory here right now. That'll come to me. These are really cool. They look like a balloon flower or a Chinese lantern flower, kind of. But then they have these little, almost looks like a button on the end of it. Some of these flowers look real, and then some of them look like just intentionally hand-drawn, like this. But they're so pretty. Oh, another one of these. That's really pretty. I love the little daisies. I kind of like, so with the daisies, because they have this nice, skinny, long stem, she's just got a few little splatters of color here on them and all over the daisy as well. So you could fussy cut this out and bring the paper back and then just fussy cut around the top and then bring it back here. Put it down on your image and then blend it with paint and different mediums and blend this onto the page so that it looks like part of the page that you're doing. You wouldn't have to try to fussy cut the stem specifically. Wow, look how striking these are. Just wow. Is this, I'm not even sure. It kind of reminds me of a delphinium. Hydrangeas. Hydrangea. Yeah, that's what that's called. That's what this looks like too. This looks a little bit different. This almost looks like the ball that's on a snowball tree. Lily of the Valley. I forget what these are called too, but they come up in your garden in the early spring. Wow, I am so happy with this book. Oh my goodness. This color right here, it just grabs your attention as soon as you get to this page. It's so pretty. It's like a dusty, almost an antique purple color. And this purple as well. More hydrangeas. And again, an iris, and it's got little bits of different florals peeking through, and feathers. They've got feathers peeking through there. That is so pretty. This is nice. A blue rose. And this iris, the color of that iris, that turquoise, my gosh. Wow, I am so glad I got this book. I don't think I can have enough flowers. Like, really, I don't think I can have enough flowers ever. But here's a cone flower. I'd like to see a lot more of this type of thing, like the North American perennials. Yeah, you can't go wrong with poppies. They're such a gorgeous, delicate flower. Look at this nice big sunflower. So that's Flowers Volume 1, and there's a Flowers Volume 2 as well. These collage books are so pretty. I love that the color, or that the cover is matte like this. That is so nice. I mean, you could cut, when you're done your book, you could cut this all out right down to here and cut it off, or you could go right to the bottom and then put a sentiment over top of this if you wanted to, and use the front the way everything is collaged together on here. Just use it in a journal or something, you know, I mean, you can cut out this and collage it. Look at how absolutely stunning this cover is. Like, that's pretty, guys. So even the cover on this book. Yeah, I'm glad I've got this book. So that's my quick review on that book. I'm glad I've got that book. And I am going to open my Derwent pencils. So I'm not going to use the black. I'm going to keep the black because the ink black is the same ink black that I have, it's 2,200 is the number. So I'm just going to put this in with my set. And now I have a brand new Inktense Derwent black pencil that I paid $10 for mine to buy it and have it delivered. Plus tax. So yeah, I have one, and I'm gonna stick that over there in that jar because I might just give that one away. What do you think? Do you think I should just give that away? So I'm going to take, this is a piece of watercolor paper, and it's actually Winsor & Newton watercolor paper. And I am going to cut a piece off of this. Because I'm just going to swatch these pencils and show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to grab a little piece of my plastic that I put my water on. The reason this is just like literally just a sheet of plastic. And it came as a backing on something. I forget what it even was. But when I take my spray bottle and I do this, it comes up in all these cool little bubbles. And then I need some brushes. I'm going to grab a couple of brushes. Okay, so I've got a bunch of brushes and I've got some water on here, and I'm going to grab my pencils and I'm going to start with this yellow. So this is called Sun Yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of water on my brush. I don't even think I need that much. This brush holds quite a bit, and I'm going to put it on here. And I'm going to show you. Look at that. Look at how intense and bright this color is. And that's just putting the tip of my paintbrush onto that lead of the pencil. So if I just take a little bit more water now and add it to this, and I can even spread it just a little bit further. So look at how wonderful that is. I mean, to me, that's almost better than a watercolor paint for intensity, if that's what you're looking for. So I'm gonna get a little more water on my brush. And this one is called Poppy Red. I'm just going to you just don't get that color off of a watercolor pencil. Let's blend this now right into this and see what happens. Isn't that nice? I'm just going to grab, this is a watercolor pencil. This is a Staedtler. So this is a good brand as well. I am going to put the watercolor on this Staedtler here and do a little bit up above. And this is the red in the Staedtler, and it just looks like a bright pink. So I'm going to go on to a green. And this is just called Field Green. So just getting a little bit of this color on here. Wow, that's really bright, really intense. Love it. Just love it. I'm just loving how much pigment, and there's still pigment in my brush. So just for example, if I just add a little more water to my brush, I've still got this in my brush. And a little bit more. Like the pigment just feels like it goes on forever. And that's what I was finding with the black one when I was using it. Let's go with this one is called Bright Blue. I don't even think I'm going to pick very much of this up and see what happens, because this looks really intense to me. Wow, and that's a nice bright blue. So as far as adding color to your pictures, fun in your look at that. Now I've picked up a little bit more of that pigment without adding any more water. And it just keeps getting darker. And darker. So look at that, from that light bright blue to that almost royal blue navy color almost. So, and this was the one that I was excited to see. I've used one brush for this. I just throw it in my dirty bucket of water there and rinse it off. This one is called Violet. That's a pretty purple. That's a pretty purple. Wow. So I don't know if you saw that. I just put that down into that water, and it makes this really violet, light purple, just that little bit. And I've got a ton of watercolor paint. So I brushed on there once and dipped it in this water, and I'm just like, how far can this go? This is the way I feel about this. It just amazes me. So yeah, these Inktense pencils, and look at that. Add a little bit more. And let's see how dark we can make it. There. So really intense colors. If you are looking for a watercolor pencil that is fabulous and really heavily pigmented, that you can get 6 colors. And just to show you, I'm going to grab that black again. Where is it? The ink black. And I just swirl my paintbrush. So I'm just going to put my paintbrush on here and I'm just going to turn that a little bit. Now, watch this. So black, like so black. Like just so black. I guess they're called Inktense for a reason. So this is my Staedtler blue. Let's pick up a little bit of clean water. I'm going to try to get a lot on here. And it gets so I can keep going over that with more of the, I'm not putting any more water. I'm just trying to pick up more pigment off of there. And it stays blue, whereas this got really, really dark through here because where it was built up, the, yeah. I'm going to have fun with my watercolor pencils, I think. I haven't been using my Staedtlers enough, and I know that adding these 6 pencils to my supplies is giving me some different colors to start with and some intense colors. So I'm going to, just for comparison, before I stop, this is the black. I've used it a lot, the Staedtler one. One of the things that you can tell is that the lead part is a lot harder on the Staedtler than it is on the Inktense. So that's a nice black. That's a nice black as well. And this is a Staedtler brown that I have. So just a little bit of comparison. The Staedtlers are more watery and the Inktense are still watercolor, but a little more pigmented. And the softer, look at me, and a softer nib. So it's just a dab of water and a brush. Whereas with the Staedtler, I have to keep rubbing the nib to get the pencils to work as well. So there's a swatch. So if you enjoyed my little haul with my 3 items and my little review of those items, please give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite item that I hauled this week out of the 3. And I will see everybody in the next video, but only if you subscribe before you leave so that you can come back. Bye-bye for now.